Good evening. I'm your Hawk. Good evening. Welcome to Hawkeye Tonite. I'm your host, Jenny Hawk. Uh, well, it seems that the sets weren't finished. I think I saw Joshy running out before I got here. I called him. I was like, "Hey, Joshy, is everything gonna be ready? My cards?" And I didn't, he didn't seem to hear me. So, I've been away, and came back to do the show, and I guess there aren't any things put together. I don't understand, but let's go on with the show without cards and without let's go on with the show. I don't know who the guest is going to be because I don't have cards. But I'm sure, I think he's here now. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hi. Hello.
What's your name?
Derrik.
Hi, Derrik.
Derrik Candleman.
Please have a seat.
Yeah.
It's so nice of you to join me on my show.
Yeah.
Today, and I apologize if I don't have too many good questions to ask you.
No, that's okay.
I don't have my cards here. But
I actually have some cards.
You have cards.
Yeah.
You have cards.
Yeah. I'd probably give you the backstory. Derrik Candleman.
Hi, Derrik.
Hi.
Candleman.
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm actually
to
Derrik
the
Candleman
show.
Jr., not Derrik Candleman Sr. Derrik Candleman Sr., he's the head of public access. I am his son. He was busy, so he sent me to kind of relay information to you that needs.
Okay,
needs
well,
to be.
then maybe I can explain something to you.
Okay.
And that is, I've been doing a show here for a while now, and I deal with Yvette. Yvette is the one I tell all the things to after the show that could have been better, and I think she's the one who orchestrates my cards. I think. And I've tried to deal with other people, and I just choose not to. I'm sure they're not bad people. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
Yeah, my dad's a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy, whoever he might be. But I deal with Yvette, and she hasn't been here. I've been away for a bit, so whatever you have to tell me, I'm sure. But actually, we're doing a show, so I'm a little bit confused about everything. Can you explain to me, since you are a Candleman, apparently, why my set wasn't put up properly before I got here?
It's the show it's not a show anymore.
I'll say, look around you. I mean, it's like a shambles. It's like a shambles. It is a shambles. So, Derrik Candleman.
Jenna. Listen.
It's Jenny.
Jenny.
Hawk.
Listen, Jenny Hawk.
You can call me Miss Hawk, since you're 12 years old.
Miss Hawk. Okay. The show it's canceled.
What show is canceled?
Yeah, this one.
What show is canceled?
Jenny Hawk Tonite. This Hawkeye. That's whatever this is, whatever show this is, this one is canceled.
It can't be, Derrik. It can't be whatever show this is. It's canceled.
Okay.
If you don't know, then obviously it needs to be a little more of
But I think that's part of
an official word about what's happening.
I think that's part of the problem is that I don't know what this is, and my dad runs this, and so that's why it's canceled. There's no one.
Okay, so maybe we're
about
gonna
it.
have to get your dad in here.
Okay.
And talk to him about what this is.
Yeah. He gave me things to talk about.
He gave you things.
Yeah, these cards to talk about.
So, you have some kind of authority over my show, and you don't know what it is. You don't know my name. You don't know what this is. But you're coming in here with cards.
Yeah, well, my dad gave
and
me.
And I don't have cards, and you have cards.
Yeah. I mean, I can put them down.
No, take your cards. Okay. You have white cards. So, obviously people are not so concerned about your, whatever it is you're doing over there.
Yeah.
But there are many reasons that you can't, or your father, or whoever's in charge, or whoever's doing this can't or should not do this. I can say why. I don't know if I should say it to you.
Sure.
You have to say it to everybody.
He basically sent me here to just take whatever this was going to be.
That's fantastic. So. That's terrific. That's wonderful.
And so
that's sorry. Unprofessional. That's
Sure. There's pamphlets that we can give.
I don't want any pamphlets.
Like a grief counselor.
I would like to just say, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
May I speak?
Yes, you may.
On whatever this is?
Yes. No, I mean
my show.
For now, and then it'll be done very soon. But for today, yes.
I am a role model for women.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons that this show is important.
Yeah.
I have a long tradition of broadcasting. I'm very good at speaking on television. If you'd seen my show,
well, you
would know that.
Can I interject? There are clips. I think we could.
There are clips?
Yeah.
I don't have cards, so there are no clips.
Yeah, there's a clip we can show about your role modeling. I feel like
there's a clip we can show about my role modeling?
Yeah.
How did this guy get in here?
My dad runs it. Can we go to one? What do we do for that?
Well, that's not fair.
That's life. Life isn't fair.
Oh, life isn't... Is that what you've learned in your 14 years on the planet? That life isn't fair when your dad is the head of a public access station?
31. 31.
So, okay, isolated incidents of me not being 1,000% perfect, but what role model would be. Women are not 1,000% perfect, and neither are men. I'm a role model to women and men as my public... Do you know how many Facebook friends? I have dozens and dozens of Facebook fans and friends who watch this show, and I work extremely hard to make this a good show. I work very hard, from soup to nuts. From soup to nuts.
My dad literally said that you would say that, and
literally?
Yeah.
You mean like
he said
actually, literally?
He said Jenna Hawk is going to say that she works very hard, and so he has another clip.
I don't believe in having long, boring meetings or a lot of emails back and forth. I don't actually do the credits, so you can't really look this way for that one. Put it on a card. I don't really like things getting sent to me. Oh. Put it on a card, 5 words or less, not a white card, please.
Okay, so
I made all of these sets for this show myself, up in my head as a concept, and I wrote it down on cards, and that's how people were able to make the set. Where's my cards? And if I wanted to have a boring job, I would work at a boring job. I don't. I have my dream job as a talk show host. And that means no boring meetings and no boring emails.
Yeah.
Production note, please. I'm not going to stay after. I'm sure I don't do that because I don't do any kind of paperwork. My expectations are 0. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Jenny.
I suspect it's over. Because it says 0.
Oh.
Because again, we have white cards.
Yeah.
I've asked for the pink, the purple, the yellow. I said it last week. White cards, don't want them. No meetings about it. I don't go to production meetings, but I mean, I might have known this was more of a problem had someone from one of those meetings thought to tell me it in a way that doesn't involve a long email or any kind of other
We have production meetings
communication that I
every
ignore.
morning at 9:30.
Number 1, discuss current events. No, that's boring. I don't like current events. You know, my position here is not aided by the fact that there's very little technical assistance of competence. I hope someone understands that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I should talk to Yvette because she's the one I always deal with. She understands me. She's very fair to me. She always makes sure.
Know who Yvette is.
You don't know who Yvette is?
Don't.
Don't you feel any shame about, I mean, this is not a shaming show, but don't you feel any shame about coming in here and not knowing the first thing about what you're here to do?
I feel weird about it for sure. I don't know about shame.
Well, I'm a little uncomfortable with the concept of shame. I don't want you to feel ashamed, but at the same time, I can't think of a better word of what you should feel coming in here and calling me the wrong name and trying to take my show away.
First
Is
off,
it
I'd like to
McNary?
apologize. I'd like to apologize.
All right.
Because I genuinely did think when you spoke that your name was Jenna.
All right.
But I also had firecrackers go off very near to my ears when I was a child. And so that causes hiccups for me throughout my life.
Well,
And so
now-
I'd like to apologize to you and to your audience.
Now you've made me feel terrible.
Well, there I go again.
I'm sorry for your problem with
It's
your
okay. It was a great 4th of
firecrackers.
July. It was a lot of fun.
And don't feel ashamed, but do feel like if you are going to ruin somebody's, maybe not their life, but their, well, not their livelihood, but their dream job that they have, you have to do some little bit of research beforehand.
Yeah.
But all right.
Jenny, I think, can I say something real quick? I'm going
Yes.
to put the cards down for a second.
All right.
I really, no one's ever told me to not be ashamed about myself. And
Well, you should never be ashamed of yourself.
Because Derrik, my dad, says it all the time. Like, he makes a point of it. He's like, don't stand next to firecrackers if you don't want them to. Doesn't matter. Anyway, he told me on the card, he said that you're not positive.
No. This is exactly.
I think you are positive.
This is a positive, loving environment.
I think you are, Jenny.
Every show.
I think that you
I
are.
don't like body shaming. I tell people confidence pose. Would you like to do a confidence
I would love
pose
to
with
do
me
one.
right now? Put your hands on your hips.
Okay.
And then I want you to say, I accept myself wholly and unconditionally.
I accept myself wholly
And unconditionally.
and unconditionally.
And that's wholly with a W.
Wholly with it. Yeah.
So you
Okay, that
accept
makes
yourself.
sense.
Doesn't it feel good?
It does.
I'm sorry I use the word shame vis-a-vis you, because this
No.
is a very loving, positive
No, you are.
environment.
And
I love you, Jenny.
Aw.
I have, my dad has the clip set up to make his argument, and he said that you're not positive, but I just
He's
want to
wrong.
say, I no longer agree with what my dad, because I'm learning a lot about you right now,
Aw.
and I think you're really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Derrik. I'm sorry that we had a little bit of.
No.
I should have been kinder to you when you came in.
I should have learned about what this was first.
Well, what this is Hawkeye Tonite with your host, Jenny Hawk, and it's my
Cool.
dream job as a talk show host because I am a role model to women. I have a long-standing tradition in broadcasting, and I embrace positivity
I think you do.
and love.
And let's see the clip, because I'm sure it's not as bad as he said.
Which may not be the most positive segment. Look at that one. If I ever do a show again, it's not going to be like painfully, excruciatingly, terribly awful where things go wrong, and I've got no way to make anyone do anything with any confidence, including driving down the street or serving me a Frosty Freeze at the ice cream parlor. Why? I don't know how I can even go on with the show. Oh my God, what an idiot. Because people I'm not a fan of right now. try to think the best of people, try to be positive, and then they act like SH garbage. That Italian was kind of a liar. Having no expectations for the guest because the past has proven that people are just not good at their jobs. And I think if you take that hand sanitizer out again, I just might rip it out of your hand and do something horrendous with it to you. Don't think I don't know what's going on right behind my back and in front of my face that I saw. It's just that sometimes I get to the end of my rope, the end of my patience. It happens even to me, even to nice, positive me. And I bet that if Jim McNary was in here doing a show about wood joinery, things would be running like clockwork. And there wouldn't be white cards.
Okay.
Those sporty cars are not going to be racing down my street once that happens. Bang!
No sporty
Blood
cars.
and guts all over
We
the
take-
car. Oh, I've hit a child. Yeah, stop driving so fast. It's a thing where people didn't wash their hands after, using the toilet in the second way. It's not like I'm sitting here in involuntary slavitude doing a show that I said I didn't want to do because I said I didn't feel well and nobody cares. So, I don't know how I can even go on with the show. They're jerks. Somebody might have a fight with their neighbor, and that's why they seem like a useless talk show guest that likes terrible, stupid movies, that doesn't have anything to add to the show at all. My pure exhaustion at doing this show. They had other suggestions, and I didn't like any of those because they were terrible for my show. I'm dying to talk about what a crap guest that guy was. I'm not going to talk to you. You know what? I don't want hand sanitizer on this shirt. I've made this myself. You should have seen the last guy I had last week. Woo! Woo! Apparently public access doesn't have the $5 that it takes to put all this together. No need to apologize. Just get off my set. But they're jerks. I don't have a responsibility to anyone to be in a good mood all the time. You shouldn't be spoken to because I didn't technically introduce you. It's just an unmitigated disaster. I don't know about this guy in his flip-flops.
I think this is going well.
I just need a second to myself, if you don't mind, please. I'm just astounded at the deep level of disappointment that I feel. Let's relax and back off.
This has been fun.
Yeah. What is the point of being positive all the time if it doesn't get you anything? Thanks for watching. I doubt we'll be here next week. And if we are... Well, I have something to say to that. And that is, if you comb through anyone's life, you can find moments of this or of that. But that doesn't change the overall picture, that this is the loving environment.
Yeah.
And that, listen, let's talk practicals, okay?
Okay.
Who's taking my show? Do you know that?
It's going to be an open slot until they find a replacement.
Oh, you're saying that, but do you know the shenanigans?
No, literally, my dad said I would rather take her off the air and leave an open spot than have her currently on.
I don't think that's true. Have you seen some of the other stuff they have on here?
I mean, no. I don't.
Oh my goodness. So is this your job, or do you just...
No, I work at I manage a sunglass hut.
All right, that's nice for you.
Yeah.
Why are you... So you don't work here. You don't have an official title here.
But it's the equivalent of me handing you the letter.
There's no letter. I don't see any letter. All I get here are fan letters.
It's for reals. It's not
Yeah,
like
that's great.
The show's done.
I don't know about the concept in law of for reals, but I do know that I'd like to see something in writing signed by someone who has authority, preferably Yvette, because I don't know anyone else, and I don't want anyone else.
Okay, I guess I can't argue
So
with that,
then
but
I
she
guess
is.
I still have my show.
She definitely does not, like, to whoever that's not my dad. I would go to my dad, but my dad told me it's not a show anymore after this.
Oh, your dad told you that it's not a show anymore, and you didn't even know what show was not a show anymore?
I just know. I mean, I knew
Sounds
this.
sloppy.
I just didn't know
Sloppy
anything
work.
about this show. I just didn't know what it was, but I know that this is. The
I know
show.
I still have a show. Till I see some paperwork.
You didn't.
And pamphlets are
I
not going
mean,
to cut it.
In the clip, I give you. You never repeated an outfit, so that's nice, right?
You
So,
noticed that?
I did.
That's how much I
can
show.
I think you're great.
Thank you,
I think you're really
Derek.
nice.
You're wonderful.
Yeah.
I'd invite you back on the show, but
It's not. But there won't be another one. So.
well, I think there will be another
Okay.
one.
I just don't like.
I think I'm going to manifest up another show
Okay.
because
Good.
I don't see any paperwork on this.
Yeah. I mean, he said he'll send it to you.
Whatever.
Okay.
Is he going to send it like through your back pocket or your book bag or whatever, or is he going to is it going to be some official kind of conveyance?
I mean, I might have to drop it off to you. He's in Aruba. So he just was like, could you tell her?
Is
And
there
so I did.
no credit given to the fact that, look, maybe I sometimes slip up with my diction,
Yeah.
and maybe
was that?
sometimes
What was that face?
Nothing. And maybe sometimes I'm not as positive as I could be, but it's all about trying to be more positive, trying every day to be better, and doing confidence poses and helping people and showing them that you can be fallible, but you can still achieve your dream, which is a talk show,
I mean-
which I have until I see official paperwork on that subject.
Okay.
And in my defense, I will say this as a parting comment to make sure that you go back to your dad and tell him why I should keep my show.
Okay.
And that is, technically, it's been great. Like, we've had tiny little mishaps, but otherwise it runs very smoothly.
Technically, like equipment, or
No,
technically,
like the
like in your
production,
opinion.
like the no. Technically, like the production, the bringing in the guests, and all of the mechanisms that have to happen, and my cool handling when things go wrong
Okay.
is a big plus in my favor.
I will say, just from what I
So-
saw, you tore into me pretty hard, and I feel like you didn't know about me when I came. I just walked on, and
So is that a negative in my part or a positive?
I would say I think you're lovely,
Thank you.
but that would be two negatives.
No, that would be a positive because I'm a stern taskmaster and I have standards. And anyway,
Touche.
you can't find any clips of that, so there you go.
I only have the ones my dad gave, but it felt like they were pretty long and covered a lot of bad things.
Okay. So, wait. What are they doing? Mistake after mistake after mistake happens. It wasn't time for you to come
Oh,
out
I
yet?
heard my name.
You have a break, just... Well, let's go to the videotape. Oh, that's right, we can't do that here. Because that would cost like 49 cents, and we don't have that.
I think this is going well.
I just need a second to myself, if you don't mind, please. And I think they're getting better, for the most part, on balance, if you count the entire show. Or should you intend to feature a member of the LAPD on any future program, I would urge you, to perform some level of due diligence, e.g. the inspection of a badge. Inspect this badge. Maybe we can live tweet that? Or... no. Okay, get out. I would say in my own defense, there's no question that it was a Cluster FS show last week.
Can we?
Do we have a
Do the clip?
break? Do we have a break? A dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
What is it you said? Dolphin. Do you have a pen? This whole cleavage situation is another story. I was going to try not to mention it, but it's...
I'm really trying hard not to mention it.
That was a mistake. You don't have to cut to the... The technicals were a little rough last time. Yeah, that's harmless. A harmless error, as are most of these. Harmless error. You know what? Chris will give you a shirt on the way out.
Okay.
No, don't leave. Ugh. Okay. I guess we're back.
I feel like this didn't go as well as maybe we wanted it to.
Well, after seeing that, I'm more convinced than ever that I should have a show. I appreciate that.
That's probably the problem. I've never seen a clip of the show, except for the ones that just played.
Yes.
I don't watch a lot of TV. It's mostly anime that I watch,
Okay.
but objectively, by any standard, that's horrible.
Horrible. No, 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 no. You're not seeing it. What I see when I look at that, I see a woman, a lady, who is trying her best and achieving it some of the time.
Yeah, I just think it's like my dad used to say to me.
Yeah.
You're like, your best is a lot of people's worst, and so you gotta
Your dad used to say that to
Yeah.
you? I think you should get him on the phone and I will tell him how to do a confidence pose and stop with the shaming.
Okay, I appreciate your trying.
I'll do more than try.
But,
He'll get a foot.
Okay.
Anyway, I have to say, the first few clips had me a little shaken, but I'm thrilled. I think that this is a wonderful show that has come very far and had wonderful guests. Have you seen some of the guests that
I haven't
I've
seen a single
secured for this
episode.
show? All right. Derrik, you seem like a nice person. Think about situations before you go into them.
Okay.
Think about how you're going to be perceived. Think about your own competence. Think about knowing something about the room that you're going into. These are things I would advise you not to be mean, but to be loving to
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
And I'm just going to have this wrapped up and put into my living room where I will continue to do my show.
Oh, you can't take any of these things.
What do you mean I can't take
This is
any
part
of
of
this?
the
This
set,
is my
so-
show set. My show set.
But it's given to you.
Given to me.
Yeah.
I made up the concept on the cards. I did the cards and the concept.
Yeah.
Of
but
all
you-
of this.
But you drew it up, but then this is still their
I didn't
stuff.
draw it, but I did write down my perceptions of
Okay,
what
so
it should
someone
look like.
took your idea and made it a reality for you.
Well, isn't that what television is?
Yeah, but then that you don't get to keep the stuff after.
Well, that's not what television is. Not in my book.
Okay.
And I don't have any official paperwork yet about what's happening with this show. So, according to that book, you can have since you're the guest. Oh,
Thank
don't
you.
take the phone.
You probably should keep these cards
oh,
because
I
they have
don't
bullet
want
points.
those cards.
They have bullet points on them.
Look, Derrik. This has been hard for me. But it's also been invigorating.
Good.
Everything can get better. You should know what you're talking about
You-
before you do another thing in life.
Your show's almost done.
And I thank you for being on my show. And there will be more shows.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Okay.
I'm not going nowhere.